Yo, what's going on, you in the tube? So today we're going to be changing on the sway bar end links on this 2018 Mazda 6.
Basically, what the car was doing, it vibrates. It vibrates pretty much at any speed. You could barely tell, but you can really tell when it hits like 70 miles an hour. I did like a little video, and I'll just plug it in. All right, 2018 Mazda 6 here. So it vibrates really bad at like over 70. It starts vibrating pretty bad at what, 72? I'm gonna set it on cruise. 74 right there. But the steering wheel, the thing is, the steering wheel don't really shake, but we can feel the shake in the car. So what I discovered was the sway bar end links, both boots on left and right side were busted. Ball joints look good. All the other suspension components look good.
So I wasn't able to film the car actually shaking. The steering wheel didn't shake as bad, but the car was definitely shaky.
Use the end links out here shortly, and give it another test.
But yeah, these, I'm hoping, I mean, none of the other suspension components were shot except for the sway bar end links.
And the tools that I'm using today, definitely gonna need to chalk your wheels, jack stand, jack. I thought I was gonna need these needle nose grip pliers, but I didn't use them. Thought I was gonna use the PB Blaster. You might need them. Might need this to tap the end link out. I'm gonna use 17, 14 socket and wrenches. You're gonna need red Loctite and a torque wrench, or something to read the torque specs. Yep, let's get started. All right, so first thing you want to do before jacking your car up is break the lug nuts, then jack it up and we'll remove the tire.
Here's the sway bar end link here. It's basically two nuts, one at the top, one at the bottom. There's a weight ballast here, and there's a alley key in the center of it, the factory. So the factory center key is a 5 mil, and the nut over here is a 14. So I just wanted to throw a voiceover in real quick. If this way doesn't work, you can try a wrench on a wrench like I did on this side. If that doesn't work because it was slipping off, the socket actually worked. So try that.
This one to slip off already. Let me see if I can do it the same way I did the other side. Just put a socket on there. What an extension. Yep, got it broke.
And if yours is like rusted on there, I would say just use some PB Blaster or WD-40. All right, before I fully pull this off, I'm gonna break the bottom. Run the same thing with the bottom one. I think I remember the bottom one on the other side giving me a hard time as far as space went, but I don't know. Let's see. Some room over here. All right. So before I take both of the nuts all the way off, I'm gonna put this jack under my suspension here. Put a little pressure behind the lower control arm here. I'm gonna fully remove the nuts.
All right, so now that I have both the nuts removed, this is when I am going to use something to kind of bang this out. Good enough. There we go. All right. And here we go. Out with the old, and in with the new one. Oh yeah, here we go. In with the new.
All right, let's see. This in. And this is where we're gonna need to align it. This is where our jack comes into play under our control arm. Jack this up until we get it lined up. There we go. We'll leave the jack there. We'll put the nuts there. They came with lock nuts, but the instructions are still requiring some Loctite. So I'll be using red Loctite, and I'll just dab a little bit inside of the nut here. Start the bottom one first. And with these, you're gonna need 17s. They're not 14s over here. 17s. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this tightened down and I'll cut y'all back on. Alright, so I got the bottom one snugged. And I was actually able to drive it in completely with the 17 socket, which was a pretty good thing. But I know with the other side, I needed to use that alley key to kind of torque them down. Oh, okay, yeah. And don't forget to put your ballast back on. Put that back on.
Hopefully this one won't turn on us either.
So now that I have the top and the bottom pretty much snug, when I looked at the torque specs, all of the sources were from 35 foot-pounds to 38. So I got it set at 37. I'll get ready to run this now. That's 37.5. Okay, yeah, so just like the other side, with the tools that I'm using are too bulky to fit in here. So I actually used a wrench and I just tightened it down to what it seems like 37 foot-pounds, but I put a pretty good hit on it. So if you got to use the wrench trick to get a nice little torque out of it, use that. So now get this tight. There we go. That's about 45. All right, that's it. That's how you change the sway bar end links on a 2018 Mazda 6. Hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll just put my tire back on, torque it back down, and go out for a test drive. Okay, I had to test it out. Now that I have changed the sway bar end links on both sides, the vibration has went away. All right, guys, sorry I was overly excited, but that concludes the video. I hope it helped. And as always, I'm out.